Hey, welcome to this week's Trinity video announcements. I'm here with Pastor Zanstra, and we are here to make a report to you, at least a brief opening report for all of the things we did during our Lenten journey, during the Acts of Mercy, that so many of you participated in. I think you heard about it, at least, but so many of you participated in and became part of through our Lenten journey this past year. And if you remember, we went through the traditional acts of mercy, and we talked about them in ways that I guess that we could relate to. Feeding the hungry, we did collect food. Giving water to the thirsty, we did collect water. But when we talked about prisoners, we talked about those not just in prison, which is a serious conversation, but also about those who struggle with the prison of addictions and those who are working with them, clothing the naked. What does that look like? Remembering the homeless and helping those who are homeless. I think we collected socks and things such as that, socks and underwear for children who are struggling with homelessness. And we were really overwhelmed by your generosity. Each week it was like this avalanche of stuff flowed into this building, offerings flowing into this space of your expressions of mercy as our Lord Jesus taught us. You have a count.
I do. We have some specific numbers, which is exciting, and we'll have the rest for you later. So the first week was feeding the hungry. So for our friends at Community Harvest, we collected 621 pounds of food. The second week, when we talked about visiting the imprisoned, also we embraced our homebound folks in that category as well.
Correct.
So we invited folks to write cards of encouragement and prayer so that Pastor Jeremy and Pastor Judy could take those cards with them. They, of course, are our visitation pastors and could share some of the love of the people in this building with the people who are in other buildings, but still being church together.
That was, if you remember, that was just an amazing thing. We got these cards back. If you remember, we gave out cards, and people wrote notes just in, recognizing people who you might not even know. Sure. But do you remember they drew pictures? Some people actually drew pictures and sent special things in. It was a really beautiful thing.
So we got over 50 of those handmade cards. How we counted the clothing for Wellspring was how many times did we fill the bin up. So the bin is outside in the lobby, and a rather large one, right? So we got at least 2, if not 3, bins full of clothing, particularly boys' clothing, which they were asking for, and then they received. Next one was giving water to the thirsty. Do you want to guess how many bottles? Did you see this?
I saw it. Do you want to guess how many bottles? What do you think?
Over 1,000, which is going to be especially helpful as we move into the spring and the warmer months. We have many folks who pass through this place during the week, let alone on Thursday night dinners. So having something as basic as water to offer them is going to be a great help. The second time we collected clothing was for kiddos in the Fort Wayne community.
That are experiencing homelessness.
Yes, and the number that's not on here that I found interesting, so there's about 1,100 kiddos on that list. And our sanctuary, in its current state, can hold about 900, correct, maybe 1,000. But even if we could not fit the number of kids in our community who are experiencing homelessness or who are precariously housed in this church. There's that many. So we did socks and underwear for those kiddos. Yeah. And the last was Project Me. This was exciting because we didn't know how this would go. Yeah. The snacks, Lutherans do snacks. We collected snacks, that was no problem, but we tried something new. They let us know that many of the clients that come their way could use assistance with access to laundry facilities. Mm-hmm. So we were gonna do detergent, and then that just wasn't gonna be helpful. So they have laundry cards?
Correct, they have a relationship with the laundromat that is near Project Me's center.
Okay.
And so $5 does a load of wash, along with the detergent and the fabric, all of the things that you need to wash and dry a load
Yes.
of clothes.
So we raised $1,650 in laundry cards, which you did the math of how many.
330 loads of laundry.
It's a lot of laundry.
That's a lot of dirty clothes. I mean, just an amazing outpouring from all of you. It was just this, this beautiful thing that you all made happen. And to think that, remember we talked about how people have been doing this. We came from the Angel Tree Ministry through the month of December, of which everybody responded to in this beautiful fashion, raised this massive amount of money, again, for homeless youth, older youth in Fort Wayne. Ava Barron's project, remembering feminine hygiene for middle school students. Again, I think we came very close to overwhelming the Barron family's house. Yeah, I think they're still sorting through all of that. And then all of these things for Acts of Mercy. And then even many of our people who are in Florida and Arizona sent offerings. Because you weren't able to send things, you sent offerings to us to kind of augment those other things that we did. It's just this amazing outpouring of generosity, of compassion, of mercy for so many in our community.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One of the things, this Jesuit priest that I've been reading, Jim Keenan, says that one of the mistakes that sometimes we've made in church is that we've he says, here's fancy church language. He says we've turned acts of mercy into acts of contrition. That what he means by that is that we've sometimes taught our people to do acts of mercy to make up for the bad things they've done in their life. And he said that was never God's purpose, that was never Jesus' purpose. He's like, we do these things because it's an outpouring of who we are as God's people. Like we don't do these things to make up. If you've done something bad to somebody, yes, you should go make up for that. You should go talk to your friend. You should go talk to that person. You should make up for things. And if you break something, you have to help fix it. But Acts of Mercy was never intended to be an idea of how we fix what we broke. It's an idea of how we express our faith in God, how we express our belief in Jesus, how we live Jesus' life here in this world. And all of our people did these beautiful things. They just did these beautiful things for people whose names we don't know. But yet are part of our community, part of our life together here in Fort Wayne. And it's just this beautiful thing. Yeah. So thanks for being with us. Thanks for making that Lenten journey together with us. Thanks for remembering in all of these small but meaningful ways, just these great things that you have helped do in God's name here in our community, making it a better place for everybody. We'll see you soon. Thanks for being with us.